Okay, YouTube, so this is a little bit of a weekend recap. This weekend was freaking awesome. So I went to my locals on Friday to help some friends playtest for Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. That was today. If y'all followed me for any amount of time, I'm not going to my regionals anymore because they hold it at a location that I've gotten my stuff stolen at 3 times in a row. And it's not just because I wasn't paying attention at it, it was just because the area is not that great. So until they change areas, I'm never going to go to Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals anymore. So I was at the shop, my locals today, for the Set 11 sneak peek set. So recap on that, I drafted terrible. Well, I drafted amazing for hollows. I drafted terrible for drafts deck. I ended up pulling the Angel Feather Break Ride, Angel Feather Perfect Guard, the Celestial one, and the Seal Dragon Blockade Inferno, the Cross Ride for Seal Dragon Blockade. I ended up trading all three of those to a friend of mine who was making the Angel deck and the Seal Dragon deck for Fortuna for my tournament entry, and he still owes me some. So I was happy. I ended up getting my Fortuna today. The triple rares kind of look like an SP in this set for some weird reason, so I need to find 3 more of those. Other than that, yeah, I did terrible at the sneak, kind of. But getting back to this Friday, the president of friggin' bushiroad walks into the store when I was there helping my friends playtest. Literally, look, guys, the president, Takaki Kanakidane, company president, chief executive officer. Holy crap, guys. The company president of bushiroad walks into the store and hands us these awesome buddy fight promos. They were undercover doing some research on stores that have big attendance for Vanguard. Our store has one of the biggest attendance for locals for every weekend for Vanguard tournaments. We have anywhere from like 20 to 40 people for tournaments typically. It's a really good turnout every weekend. If you're ever in Houston, stop by Heroes Collectibles and stop by and say hi. They have a great selection of product too. So he gave us these awesome promos for the new game coming out called Buddy Fight, and these awesome deck boxes. They asked us our opinions on Vanguard and what they think they should make for product and stuff. The guy was really chill. That being said, you would never see this happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. The only thing Konami ever sends people is warnings and threats. Like, you mess anything up, we're gonna take your license. So that was it. Awesome day for Vanguard. Then after the sneak was over, I entered the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. And if you can't tell, guys, I won. So I entered the sneak with a Beast Stun deck profile. Well, sorry, this is the Beast Stun deck. With a Beast Stun deck that me and my friend created. And I tweaked to my perfection. I went X1. Made it as top 2. I wanted to play it out, but the guy really didn't want to face my deck because it was like the worst matchup for him, and I just decided to split with him. But he pretty much admitted defeat, so I was technically first. I used some of my store credit to get this awesome Vanguard mat. But for Yu-Gi-Oh!, here's the deck profile. So I was playing Double Blaster. You're probably wondering, like, what the heck? You just said you're playing Beast Stun. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm playing Fire Beast Stun. Blaster is amazing. I don't use it to summon it that often. That's just for late game pushes. It's mainly there to pop cards. For some of the beast part, I play 2 Fencing Fire Ferret. Great side deck card. People are siding now, but I decided to main deck it because in Beast Stun it's really good. If you don't know what it does, it's when it's destroyed, period, and it's into the grave, you can destroy 1 face-up monster on the field and they take 500 points of damage. 2 Flame Tiger. Not a great card to draw into, but it's really good if you summon it with a Flameville Fire Dog. If you have no monsters, you can also skip your draw phase to summon this, which sometimes works because you play cards, which I'll get to in a minute. 1 Flameville Magician, and then 3 Flameville Fire Dogs for your beater in the deck. Your 19 beater, so you have 3 targets for Fire Dogs to summon. Essentially 3 Fire Dogs, 3 targets. For the last bit of Beast Monsters, I play 3 Great Angus, mainly because it's a fire. I know Mad Dog of Darkness is a 100 more attack, but I like the fact that he's a fire, and if I did draw him, I can ditch him with Blaster. I play Rescue Rabbit, because 1, it's a beast, 2, he plays the normals, and if you open this, which I did a couple times today, it wins games. For the last bit of monsters, I'm playing 2 card cards. The card cards just help speed up the deck and make up for the lack of consistency with the low monster count. Picard card is a really good card to play. For spells, I am playing 3 Forbidden Lance. Probably the card everybody hated today when they faced me. Sorry, can't find my tripod stand, so I'm having to one-hand this. Lance is a great offensive card. People don't seem to realize this. It's a decent defensive card, but it's an amazing offensive card. 3-Potted Duality. Help deck thin and search for stuff. For last bit of spells, I'm playing the 1 Book of Moon and the 1 Dark Hole. And then here's where the deck gets interesting. I play a lot of traps. So, 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast. Everything in your deck is beast besides Blaster and Card. Yeah, that's all that needs to be said about that. It's really funny. I equipped 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast to a Rescue Rabbit today, which was really hilarious. For next bit of traps, I'm playing 2 Skill Drain. Another card that everybody hated. Double Vanity's Emptiness. Yes, I am main decking this. It's a great anti-meta card. If you're playing anti-meta deck, I would recommend testing this in your main deck, which is really nice. Screws over a lot of the meta. Double Mirror Force, because you don't have a lot of big monsters, so you want to just sit there and protect yours. Double Deprison. Torrential, a Compulse, a Bottomless, a Warning, and probably the best card in the deck, 7 Tools of the Bandit. Card won me several games today. The only match I lost, well, let's see. Well, first let me get to my extra deck. My extra deck was Thought Ruler Archfiend, Stardust, which I was borrowing from a friend of mine, Crimson Blader, and Scrap Dragon. I will tell you, out of these, I only made Crimson Blader, Thought Ruler, and Stardust. I mainly made Thought Rulers because it's so good. I played the Pearl, made that once. Utopia, made that once. Utopia Ray, just because I needed the fill-in space and I don't have an Abyss Dweller. You should be playing Abyss Dweller instead of this, just heads up on that, guys. Papal Operative, didn't make it once. Blackhorn, did I make that? I think I made Blackhorn once. Wasn't playing this because it was a 14-card extra deck, but I picked it up after the tournament. You should be playing that. Roach didn't make it. Maestroke didn't make it. The Bobble Chain made it every single game. Daguster Emerald made it every other game. Cowboy made it every single game. Your main cards you're going to go into are Thought Ruler, Emerald, the Bobble Chain, and Cowboy. Yeah. So my matchups today, guys. Let y'all look at this awesome deck box. My matchup today, guys, was round 1. I got paired against my best friend Aiden. He was playing his Inzektor deck again, and I 2-0'd him. He was not happy because last tournament we entered together. We ended up playing each other again first round, and I 2-0'd him. So he wasn't happy about that. Round 2, what did I play round 2? Round 2 was my only loss. I played Tempest Dragoonides, and the only reason I lost was because my opponent flips Royal Decree, and yeah. My opponent flips Royal Decree on me. I'd already gotten rid of his 2 other decrees. He pops into his 3rd, and he finally gets his combo off. Spams a Darkness Metal. I think it was a Darkness Metal and a Tomb. Then it already with a Gaia Charger on top of it. A Gator, and then he finally went into freaking Trident Dragion and just annihilated me. So he won game 1. I won game 2. And he wrecked me in like 2 turns with a Trident Dragion. Round 3, what did I play round 3? Round 3 I played Chaos Drags. My Beast Stun deck put freaking Skill Drain and Vanity's Emptiness put in a lot of work. I opened up both of these in my opening hand, which was really nutty. So Skill Drain and Emptiness put in a lot of work in that matchup. And I 2-0'd that. Round 4, I played... What did I play round 4? Round 4, what did I play round 4? What did I play round 4? Round 4 I played Black Wings. 2-0'd him, and then like I said, my opponent didn't want to split, so we ended up playing didn't want to play it out, so I wanted to split. I would have played Frog Monarchs, and I would have wrecked him. But keynote, I didn't side deck today, guys. This is a no side deck. So it was a smaller tournament because everybody was at regionals, but we still had some really good players there that just couldn't make a ride to regionals, and it was a lot of fun. And I won. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you get a chance, check out the card game Buddy Fight that's coming out for a card made by Bushiroad. The same people make Card Fight Vanguard and Wife Shorts. I can never pronounce that right, but it looks pretty decent. I don't know, guys. I hope you liked it. Peace.